matchup with the distance as well. Vitality was able to take down Oxygen in the Winter Open, but this is a different beast altogether, Achieves.
Yeah, no reason you can't have a Vitality victory here. In fact, Vitality 2-0 against them overall. Granted, one of them was when Oli was still on that Oxygen roster, and Radisson has been a big problem for Oxygen overall to deal with. Puts up over 500 score per game on average in the 2 series they won, and he gets the job done on offense. So if you're Oxygen, make sure you're keeping an eye on Radisson. He has some real problems for you if you're not careful.
But as we saw earlier today with the crew team secret matchup, all it takes is one series where you show up. We'll see who shows up now. Rodostin out to Alpha. Alpha coming off the ceiling. You see Sizen also trying to get in the mix. Full boost for Rodostin. He's gonna catch it. Jumps as well. Jorius will go for the 50. The battle for possession. Sizen takes control. Opting to steal the boost. Lets Alpha come in. High across net. Jorius will keep it in the corner.
A little bit slow on the Oxygen side to start off this game. Doesn't really feel like they've necessarily got their feet set under him and find a good way to move that ball around. Sizen dish across. Well read from Jorius all over it. That's a nice deep clear. Give Oxygen a little bit of a look on offense here for the first time.
Not only was Rise able to make the play on the ball, stealing that corner boost, you can see Rodostin low on boost. Rise trying to control, but Rodostin with a nice bump will make some space. Sizen in the air, going for a 50. But that zero boost play from Rodostin, key to getting that breakout.
Shimmy shake. Team Vitality, poking prodding. Nothing too dangerous here at the start, but no one's gonna bat an eye at just holding pressure. Nice save from Sizen. Rise just trying to keep things in the mix, and a lot of open ground in the middle here for Vitality. It's actually 3-on-1, and Archie, great job just timing his challenge there.
Jorius over to Rise in the middle. Archie slowing the play down, will stay on it. Opting to go for the fake, perhaps trying to get a dunk there. Trying to be unpredictable. Alpha on the dribble, trying to go low. He's challenged by Archie. The ball kicks all the way back. Rodostin is going to pick up full boost, trying to get it around, but he can't. Jorius with the challenge. Now Alpha will get help. The doink from Rodostin.
Nice pop, and you can see Alpha 54 totally ignoring the ball. He was definitely just going for the demos in case, one, they missed the ball on the backboard, was going to be an uncontested shot, or two, they have no support on the counterattack, and you're going to go right back at him with numbers. And that challenge game is starting to level up a little bit for Oxygen here as game one has gone on. Pressing hard right down in front of the box. The only one there is Rise, and he will turn to smoke, and unfortunately no options for Oxygen.
Jorius now off the ceiling. Oxygen trying their hand at this attack. Back out to the middle, a tie-up Sizen, so much time. Gets away from him though, will give up possession. Rise on the control, going for the 50. That leaks out to Jorius. Now Jorius can't get the touch, and it's a clear out.
Ooh, awkward touch there from Archie. Probably should have went for the back pass. Instead, ends up dishing it out to Vitality. Hotly contested ball here in the midfield. Control going to be the important thing. Can't afford a mistouch or have one get away from you. Surefire way to find yourself in a tight spot on defense. That demo may help Oxygen.
Now Rise picking up corner boost, waiting for it to leak out. It does. The shot's going to be weak and wide, but you can see Team Vitality, the defense starting to scramble. A bump from Sizen opens up a bit of the backfield, but Jorius muscles his way through. Now shooting far post, it's just high. And Archie trying to find Rise in the middle, does so to the backboard. Alpha has space.
Really great job there from Alpha. Good idea to bring the trap down, and you needed time for your teammates to get back on defense. Still not out of the woods just yet. Oxygen struggling to actually get the ball into a scoreable spot. Happy enough just to see if someone makes a mistake, and Alpha 54 totally unwilling to give up anything.
That one actually looked like it hit off Rise, popping it up. Now Jorius going for a double, potentially hits it. It goes off the post. It faked out Sizen. Sizen misreading the bounce, and it left the net wide open.
It's a hot one to handle, especially when you get a player as good as Jorius going at it. Easy to think how he thought maybe it was going to wind its way into the net, and when you just get so constricted that close to it, when it's so big in your face, you just get so scared. You got to make a jump at it, and unfortunately didn't read it off the wall. And there's the support from Oxygen. They finally break him down.
And Jorius has been wonderful all event long. Even though he didn't score that one, the threat of the double tap, you saw it freeze Sizen. Was able to feed that one out into the middle. Oxygen seem like they have the upper hand. Vitality trying to figure something out. Now Alpha downfield finds his way to Rodostin. Rodostin double tap pass. Sizen lets it go.
Oh, and it works.
Alpha scores it.
Vitality spread the field here. They get 2 up in the corner. Radisson, nice double tap, but look at sides and pulls out Joreuz. Alpha, talk about an inspired bit to turn around there. It has to have been a call fake. There's no way Alpha would have turned it.
It worked so beautifully as well, because not only did it draw Joreuz out, but you saw Rise cheating near post.
Had to track. You have to defend the shot. Great bit of communication from Vitality, finding a late equalizer.
Vitality, they have the response. Right now, we're positioned for overtime unless there's some last-second heroics. Rise, tip out to the middle. Archie bails out. Long clear. Joreuz, full boost. We'll go for the solo play. Flip reset down to Archie. Archie wasn't able to put it on target. Rise, high backward, and bounce, but no shot came. Archie on the bounce. It looked like it was blocked. Was that Joreuz who put it out to Archie? Now Archie trying to keep the play alive. Back to the middle. Overtime.
Joreuz was diving. He was trying to get there. Not sure if it would have been saved by Vitality, but it definitely came off Joreuz's car in that top left-hand corner of the net.
And that's a telestration segment.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what happened there.
Absolute madness. One way or the other, though, find a way to OT if you're Vitality and you're happy with it. Nasty pinch, and you're going to have to play this one kind of awkwardly.
And it gets away. Possession given up. Rise to test the backboard. Radossin is there and gets a nice follow-up. Joreuz with the handbrake will get around it. Flip reset. Joreuz testing size and rebound out to Rise. Radossin needs to get the clear and does so well handled under pressure. Radossin helping Vitality live to fight another day.
Great defense, and here's another hard press from Oxygen. Welcome clear from Radossin. Nice trap from Rise, and he really just controls that ball. He realized he didn't have any options in the net, so he's just trying to keep it here on the offensive side for Oxygen.
Rise trying to get the bounce down. It does bounce down. It was awkward, but Team Vitality able to hit it to the corner. Vitality struggling to break out. Archie keeping the pressure on. Archie still going.
They're just going. It's the press W strategy for Oxygen right now. Just no reverse gear, one-on-one, back post, and kicked out.
You can see Joreuz saving that flip, trying to get a late flick. Still was red. And now clear out. Vitality finally get their head above water to get a few breaths. We'll see what they do with it.
Fortunately, they're right back under. Double commit here in the corner. Only player Radossin, and it gets away from Rise. Very glad to see that. If you're a Vitality player, you need the time to recover here and reset on defense, but you're still not out of the woods.
And this has been a dead even game. Oxygen and Vitality both making the stops defensively. Shutting down the air dribble, shutting down the flicks. But now Seidson with some space, numbers advantage, pinch pass out to the middle. No one back, and Radossin will end the job, getting the overtime winner.
Oh, and they just catch Archie, that real tight support. Joreuz tries to get super aggressive in the midfield, was saying, yeah, I can get there, I can jam this one back in, and he didn't even get a piece of it. Unfortunately, cost a big time back the other way. Vitality had to make 7 saves that game. There was a good stretch of time. It was a good 2-3 minutes. It's just, hey, we're backed up on defense. We got to make the stops, and there he is, Radossin. Yeah. 771 score. He does good work against Oxygen.
Oh, and I mean, he's racking up the saves, and there were so many saves from Vitality. Vitality starting off, just trying to fend off Oxygen for the longest time. Got the late equalizer, forcing overtime. More defense coming out of them. I mean, there was a few plays in there where you were holding your breath. There was the one Joreuz late flick going far post. Looked like it might be able to sneak around. There was the double commit on the goal line. Vitality was able to clear it out. So Vitality showing their grit and determination, and that goal was so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
The fake, that kind of creativity, that is what you need to break past these defenses.
You're absolutely right. It definitely took some inspired thinking from Vitality, not to mention how quick it has to happen as well. Just the idea of let it go, and Alpha just wheeling right around on that near post. It's too hot to handle for just about anybody, I would say. And
yeah.
Vitality, you got to give them credit. I mean, it's tough enough, obviously, to make all those saves, but I think what's more impressive is they really did limit Oxygen's ability, who's been, in this tournament at the very least, so good at generating dangerous scoring chances. And a lot of those shots, like, yeah, there was a bunch of them for Oxygen, but none of them were like, yo, here's a hard pass into the middle, defend the one-timer. It wasn't a whole lot of, like, high opportunity. It's like, we've got pressure, it's going towards your backboard, going up and around, but...
And it seems like they're really leaning on Joreuz to try to create these chances. And speaking of chances, the Joreuz shot almost leaking into a rebound. But You know, we've seen, just like the Vitality goal to tie it up, when you're able to incorporate the entire team, a lot of times you'll have longer-term success than relying on those individual efforts. But Archie trying to shut me up. However, it's blocked. Rebound out to Jorius, and again that's saved. And Radosin, the one who saved it.
They just get forced into kind of popping these clears long. The way Oxygen is approaching the net, don't really have much opportunity to try and dribble the ball out or take it on an air dribble and force possession in their favor. They're almost always forcing these long clears, which is making it tough for Vitality to come down with extended possession, but they've finally managed, again, at least a short way out, but immediately Oxygen right back at him.
Rise trying to be a nuisance, stealing the corner. Alpha able to get it down. Gets a demo as well. Rise, pinch attempt, and that pinch did enough to buy some time and space. Sizen trying to dodge Rise. Now the 50 finds its way to Archie. Archie, weak hit over. Jorius dove in, was trying to redirect it, but couldn't get to it in time. And now another booming clear. Vitality has been having success just booming it downfield to get that extra space.
Ooh, and a big double commit from Oxygen. That's going to pull him all into position. Jorius got to buy some time here, and I don't know if he's quite got this. Thankfully, Vitality really didn't place that ball anywhere dangerous. Oxygen Esports could have been in a bad spot there.
Archie trying to make plays on zero boost. Now Alpha will leave it for Radosin. Radosin to the backboard. Rise running on empty. He's going to have to get back to net.
Oh.
The shot on target. You saw Rise thinking there was time. He didn't realize that the alarm bells were ringing.
Again, that third man caught too far forward. Not an easy shot from Radosin. It looks so easy, but got to practice that one at least a couple times to make sure you hit it. Well executed. Just poke that one down a short seam, and Vitality almost a second one off the kickoff now. What went wrong here?
Oh, and we've seen so many kickoff goals this weekend. Jory is not jumping into that challenge, thinking maybe he'll have a moment to make the reaction, but no, right on target. Vitality, they get another one, and Oxygen now trailing by 2. This one starting to get away from them. We'll see if they get one there, but Archie denied. And now Radosin demoed the shot on target, saved by Sizen.
Not enough control. Your Oxygen, you may actually have to slow down your own offense a little bit at this point. Make sure you get some better movement on the ball, because jamming it into the corner certainly hasn't been working for you so far.
And really not much has been working for Oxygen. They got that one goal. It was off the Jorius double tap pass out to the middle. Since then, it's crickets. Vitality, they have come from behind, kind of like their season this year. They had a dismal fall split, starting out, not even making the main event, and now they started getting results and find themselves at the Winter Major. This Vitality team has really turned things around.
Oh, off the wall. Alpha denied by Archie. Can he make 2? No, he can't. Radosin there to drive it home one more time. Oxygen trying to find a way out. Just couldn't get there.
And that big turnaround is a huge thanks to Radosin. Radosin has been lights out. Over 700 points the last game, making save after save. Radosin is really making his mark on this Winter Major.
He's positioned his team brilliantly to get their way into an advantageous spot, leading into match point. Convincing win here in game 2. Again, it's not like it's really been lights out offense from Vitality. It's mostly just been, okay, let's make sure we don't make a mistake on defense, force Oxygen to make something happen, and then out of nowhere, it feels like some counterattack just sneaks through one little gap, and Oxygen just not able to cover it up in time.
There's another demo. The demos have been amazing. Rise shut down. Archie also diving. 2v1 situation. You see Alpha going for the demo, trying to float out the play, and see you later. Alpha clears the path for Radosin to walk right in.
Beautiful air dribble. How to manage a pace and on one-on-one, executed brilliantly. Forces them to come forward to try and challenge, because you see the air dribble falling, and Alpha had that guy locked up. No shot for the Oxygen defense there.
And this game has officially gotten out of hand. Oxygen shut out so far. 4 goals for Team Vitality.
Maybe 5, almost.
You saw how far up Oxygen was creeping. right after that counterattack goal. Sizen happy to take the 50. The 50s from Vitality have been remarkable at midfield. They just kill the play and buy time for their teammate to come in. Now it's scoring chance and another goal! 5-0.
Just can't find a way through him, Joreuz. You see that miscatch there, just pops it straight up, and Vitality, they just kind of see an opportunity and went for it. Threw everything at it, because why not? You're up 4, it's under a minute. At this point, if you manage to lose this game, you kind of deserve to. But if you're Oxygen, man, you really got to take some time and think about how you're moving the ball up the pitch. And again, something, but really consolation at this point. And I'm just a believer Oxygen's got to get this ball away from the sidewall. I mean, Vitality's just too locked in on it. Don't let anything through there for free. They certainly have some excellent challenges off of it. If you're Oxygen, the only way forward, you got to create both sides of the pitch as an option instead of one-way defense. Yeah,
that's all they've had, defense. Only 1 goal so far from Oxygen. And it's starting to get worrisome. The seconds ticking away in Game 2. Vitality demolishing Oxygen. And we've seen it the first 2 series of the day. Teams going down and then fighting back to force a Game 5. To see that from Oxygen, we'll need to see some life.
Take a breather here. Got some time in between the game. Still feels like, in general, Oxygen, I guess they did lose a little bit of grip there, but big game overall for across the board.
Yeah, how many times do you see people, all 3 members of a team, clear 500 points? How often do you see that?
It's not often. Maybe 1. Sometimes 2. 3's pretty rare, though. You had to have a heck of a game. A couple people getting savior medals. A lot of people getting involved in the offense as well. So well played, Vitality. You're getting it done on one end and converting some of those chances back the other way. That's the most important thing.
Oh yeah, and you can see the confidence from Vitality and the calmness. That play where I believe it was Radostin who was trying to slow the play down. It was Alpha on the lead blocker play. Immediately they recognized the situation, immediately went for it and executed it perfectly. And now all the pressure is on Oxygen. Oxygen brought in Rise to perform on LAN. Rise, known as a certified LAN player, but now is when you have to prove it. Oxygen on the brink of going out early once again.
And why not, though? There's been so many setups for reverse sweeps, and it feels like, at least in this tournament, more often than not, we tend to get to that Game 5 somehow, some way. But ball's in your court, Oxygen. Still actually outshot Vitality. Total shots on net in Game 2, still in their favor. Just a matter of making them dangerous and not allowing anything back the other way. So maybe you have that one guy deep back on the island and focus a little bit more on having 2 people on offense and actually creating that width in your attack. Maybe you get something going.
See if they do. There is a double commit high from Vitality. Radostin going for the double tap. There's a demo from Archie on Sizen. Alpha looking for Radostin out in the middle. Radostin, corner pass, but because of the demo, nobody there on rotation. Now ball given back to Joreuz. Joreuz going for the backboard, but Sizen was up early to deny that play.
Great recognition as well. You got to take away the backboard on the counterattack. It's one of the weakest spots. You're getting pushed over your back shoulder. Sizen recognizing it early. Again, just removing options from that Oxygen attack.
Radostin going for the solo. Off the ceiling, straight down. Sizen first to it. Rise getting read by Sizen like a book.
Does it make an extended stay for Vitality? Actually, Radostin kind of in a bad spot here towards the wall. You're gonna need a little help. That's the right idea for Joreuz. Gotta trap it. Need some time to reset, but you can't get through Alpha. That guy's been getting his hands all over the ball when he's had to.
And when you think about putting a hand up, Team Vitality has had a hand in Oxygen's face in every play. They're giving no ground to Oxygen. Now to the sidewall. Rise with some boost. Round 1.
Pinch
Maybe
pass.
going for a ground pinch pass. Joreuz is there! But it looked like the angle was covered. And that pinch will go wide.
Just beautiful awareness from Vitality. That's the right idea, though. There's the demo in the net, and actually 2, but thankfully Rise is able to slip through everyone. Can he win the race? Yes, he can.
Wow, so we see a double demo, and then...
a double commit.
A double demo to double commit. Sometimes when you throw it all at them, it doesn't work out, and that was the case there.
I think that's really just Vitality thinking they had that one for free in the bag, and they're just like, cool, let's go score. And then, oh no, what have we done? Rise, you're too good.
Yeah, they demoed only 2. And then you got to watch out for those respawns. Oxygen finally getting back on the board as we approach the halfway point of game 3. Archie down to Jorius. First putt,
nice.
Trying to be patient, but Alpha did get a piece of it, making it a bit awkward for Archie, who doesn't get a long clear. Verdosen going for a 50, but Rise, excellent speed, jumping out, slowing down the attack. Alpha testing the backboard, but Archie very firm, is able to get the clear out. However, Oxygen again forced back. A shimmy and a shake from Sizen. Sizen to the middle, and Alpha finishes!
Oh my goodness. Sizen knew he's got some space to create something, but how do you do it? The hard left cut, get around to the outside of the ball to the right, and all of Oxygen's just like, hang on, where are we going here? And there's just a little pop pass into the middle. Way to put him on skates.
Oh, that was beautiful. Sizen making something from nothing. Verdosen. Alpha trying to pitch that to the corner. It looked like Rise won that boost battle and got the mid, but the demo from Sizen into a 50. Sizen is going mad.
And Vitality actually starting to really press the offensive here. These past couple of games, it's definitely been we're stuck in our own half, and here in game 3, that feels just a little different. It's more in the middle of the pitch. Sometimes a little bit more often that blue side. It's tough for Oxygen now to keep possession.
Oxygen, though, winning a key race. There, Jorius getting that corner boost. Popping it up for Rise. It bounces out to the middle. Archie, the bounce shot! The rebound off the crossbar as well! It goes from bad to worse. 2 scoring chances for Oxygen, and they nailed the crossbar both times.
Probably the 2 best ones that they've had in the series in terms of percentage chance of success, and that one stings. But you're not out of it yet. You still got a long way to go.
Final minute. We started out with overtime. Will we go there once more? Archie, the pop. Alpha has enough boost to get back for the flip reset. Going for the backboard. And Archie clearing it off to the side. Sizen jostled. Archie can't get the challenge, and Verdosen will have a ball up high. Pinch, it wraps down. Rise couldn't read it. Now Sizen with the fake.
Oh, run, Alpha.
The double commit, things getting sloppy for Vitality, but Alpha buys time off the backboard. Sizen blocked. Rise floating right in the perfect spot to deny the shot.
Great awareness from both teams there. Alpha realizing he had to give a little and then could hard cut. Try and put Oxygen in a tight spot. Both teams looking if there's anything here at the end of regulation.
She's up. Going for the bump. Sizen went over the top. Now Jorius leaves it for Rise. Rise denied, and we've got overtime.
A little misdirection, probably the most dangerous move in Rocket League at the moment. At least to shake up a defense, but we end in overtime. Did Vitality close it out? Here the bump, but he actually punches the ball away, and that's the open space. Oxygen get out of a jam.
You can see Rise trying to get around the ball. Rise upfield. Alpha doesn't make contact. Out to Jorius. Jorius trying to keep it close. He'll have another play, and Alpha dodges the bump attempt and takes it downfield. Now off the backboard. Archie, that double tap was necessary. Alpha was right on his back.
Oh, and they just punted the ball right back down to him again. You got to be careful. You can't lose awareness if you're Oxygen. You're just going to go right back into the teeth of them.
Flip reset. Sizen off the ceiling. Perfect flip reset, but no one there. And now a race to the other side. Archie back to Rise, but Rise is blocked. Pass to the middle. And Alpha back down.
Free ball.
What will Rise do with it? Rise waiting, finally extracts himself. Jorius with the challenge to mid. Verdosen towards net. Archie has to bail out. Sizen looking, but Rise taps it down to Jorius. This one skips off of Alpha all the way to the backboard. And Verdosen back to Alpha. Alpha doesn't make a touch. Rise gets full boost. Rise popping it up for a teammate. No one goes. Sizen's there. Off the ceiling. Jory is stretching for it. Now back to the middle again. The shot saved aside. But still more shots coming. The fake doesn't work out for Sizen. Now 2v1. The flick over one. Sizen slowing it down. And Alpha bails out Vitality.
Vitality identifying the space in the middle. That one's off the wall. You got to run a little bit if you're Oxygen here. They're through the midfield. Alpha, yeah, he says, okay, bring them to the wall. That's the right idea if you're Rise. Recognize they gave him the time. Just take it. Make him come take it off you.
You can feel the tension. The double commit, but Alpha will shadow the ball, the 50 downfield, going for another challenge. And it's back, the shot! It's good! Oxygen, stay alive!
Oh, no one saw him lurking on the far right. Tight support, and you can see Sizen in the midfield. I think he saw that one go across the pitch, was like, oh no, I'm beat, aren't I? Yes, you are, Jorius. Picking one off. Great spot for Oxygen to find.
I mean, I think we just learned a lesson today. It's never that easy.
Never.
It's never that easy. And Oxygen, they show why and show up. That overtime goal, massive. And Vitality, they were so close to putting that one in. I'm even thinking back to that play
double commit.
Well, it was the double commit, but also the play where Archie had to get a double tap off his own back wall in order to prevent the free goal. And it was such a difficult read, and he was able to get it perfectly to the corner. But you're right, there were so many more opportunities for Vitality to finish this game, and they just couldn't do it.
Oh, and Sizen, such good work moving this ball, and there's that pass to Jorius that closed it out on Mobile One High Performance Replay as we lead into game number 4. You're right, though, James. It never is that easy. You can't just have the simple 3-0, 608 score game for Rise, but unfortunately not enough. And Alpha 54 felt like, again, he just had his hands all over this one in the midfield, and you were not kidding. Vitality's got their hands up. It's making it hard for Oxygen to move that ball, but feels like giving a little bit of groundwork back to Vitality, at least a little bit. Feels like Oxygen maybe saying, okay, hang on, we need to play a little bit more conservatively, so maybe we can have a bit more bite to the counterattack instead of just going, because they just weren't breaking through Vitality when they just didn't have enough. That being said, if I played Game 3 all over again, I'd still want to make some changes if I was Auctioning. It didn't feel, you know, winning enough.
It's been a battle for them. Nothing has been easy, whereas we saw Vitality, they had a walk in the park back in game 2. Jorius on the dribble, going low, the 50! Archie was thinking the right way, expecting that 50 to come out, but it was just past his bumper.
Really well executed there from Oxygen, the 2-on-2. And they both got tied up defending the same side of the net. You're right, just unfortunate it got away from him, hard off the wall, drips out in front, and no problem. Again, Alpha 54 so quick to recover. That's pretty much all of Vitality. They get back to things so fast.
Another chance for Vitality to close it out, and a wonderful save. Sizen getting his fingertips on that ball.
I don't know how he didn't bite on the first guy trying to get up there. He just stayed on the ground, says, I know you can't hit it.
Use Bolt. That's what it takes sometimes to come out on top, especially on land. Verdostin. Long clear, but gets demoed for his efforts. Jorius possessing the ball, now clearing it. Sizen getting bumped by Jorius. Archie will try to take that to the corner. Verdostin back out, no one's jumping for Oxygen. Off the backboard, and finally Archie can clear it.
A little bit of confidence there as well in Oxygen. They know it's unlikely a strong shot comes. Jorius, backflip right in the middle for Archie. And I was about to say, don't hit the bar again, but this time a little help.
And it's, again, Jorius who's putting in so much work. The block comes out, but it's the perfect shot to force a rebound. And we saw earlier the back-to-back crossbar shots from Oxygen. You were holding your breath for a moment, but that one good enough to get Oxygen the lead.
One back. And scoring early, more often than not, this weekend has definitely led to good things. Or at least scoring first, perhaps the more important aspect of it. Team Vitality. A lot of time to work with here, but now you know you have to find something.
We'll see what Vitality can uncover. They'll have to do something, otherwise we might see Champions Field yet again. Alpha looking for Verdostin. Verdostin hard off the ceiling. Awkward read.
Oh.
The read was too tough. but Alpha saw it coming and blasted it in.
That's why that counterattack going towards the backboard, it's the weakest spot. It's so tough to handle, and that one even tougher because it went off the ceiling first, then comes off the backboard, and you're just like, oh man, we got to figure this out quick. And Vitality's just seeing, are they jumping yet? Cool, then I'm going to dive.
Alpha's patience paying off. Alpha getting that mid boost. Good communication from Vitality to work through that situation. Now a demo, Alpha taking one out. Redosin going for another bump, but RG still able to get the clear out. Rise with some space, sweeping the line, stealing the boost. But Alpha's marching it downfield. Off the backboard! Sizen scores!
Such good recognition from Sizen here. Obviously, Alpha 54 again, finding space in that midfield to maneuver the ball, able to get back to it and just find a dot on that wall where it can go right into the middle.
And I mean, we were on Rise's perspective as well. Instead of rotating back, he was trying to be greedy, trying to take those corner boosts, and no one was able to get back, but Oxygen will get one back right off kickoff.
Another kickoff goal. Two in the back center, and oh, they tried to draw the ball left. It stuck right in the middle, and Sizen, that's a completely open shot. Vitality went for a surprisingly risky kickoff. Everyone shading out to that right side, and that's what shows, that shows you what happens if you don't execute it.
We're punished on that cheat. Vitality, after fighting hard for that goal, give one away for free. RG flip reset. It around, but it's an easy clear for Redosin. Redosin testing Jorius. Jorius trying to slow it down and gets the corner boost. Rise will stay in the play. Tips it up. Will stay on it. Rise doing work. Now Redosin will leave it. Sizen trying to take it into an air dribble. Back to Alpha, slamming it to the corner.
Oh, missed
and
it.
the wide open net. Sizen turns and capitalizes.
Can't afford to miss the ball. Jorius, good enough challenge. Rise knows he's got to get it, and I actually like the idea. Go up there, try and be aggressive, because if he hits that ball, he's through two people. You've got a decent enough counterattack started, but if you miss that ball, that's the one that stings. Now you got to find something with just over 90 seconds. That's a tough mistake to make so late in match point.
Oh, and getting the flip reset right away underneath. Now Jorius doesn't get the tip. Was trying to be pixel perfect and walked away with a whip. Jorius, another tip. And there's a demo, Rise to the middle, double commit from Vitality, but it's a good enough clear. Now to Alpha, Alpha going right for net, who needs to pass? Up high, Sizen now, going for the dunk. Cleared off the goal line by Jorius.
So close for Vitality. Oh, nice little pass, and again, they're just trying to crisscross this Oxygen Esports defense. But you gotta be careful, you don't have to go too hard. There's nothing wrong with locking down here.
Time running out for Oxygen. This is it. It might be another early exit if Team Vitality can hold this scoreline. Vitality, they're still throwing punches. Now a pinch towards net. Oh, pure electricity from Team Vitality.
Just straight into the net, the worst case scenario. Archie wants to get it to the corner. Alpha says, I'm trying to push upfield. They combine to say it's right in the back. We'll see you later.
And it looks to be lights out for Oxygen unless they have more kickoff magic. There's a pass down. Rise blocked by Redosin. How many saves will he make today? Oxygen, they have to go the full length of the field, and then they have to score on kickoff, and it's too much of a task. Vitality take down Team Oxygen.
Oh, you just can't get rid of them. That was a tough game. Oxygen, you've had a phenomenal tournament, but all was for nothing here. You could not get through the rigidity, that solid defense from Team Vitality. And as that series went on, they actually managed to find ways out and find more aggressiveness, but 14 saves. That was a whole bunch from Vitality, or I can't count. That's 10 saves from Vitality. And that's pretty much the whole series, right?
That was
Vitality, save, and counterattack, and we're in the net.
And you know, it really seemed, Cheese, that Oxygen just could not figure out an offensive approach. We saw some plays from Jorius. We saw that musty flick that led to the rebound. We saw Jorius get the double tap that led to the rebound. But you can't just rely on that rebound play. You need to have something more.
And that's the worst part about it. The something more, I think, if you look at it, Vitality, they knew where those challenges were going to go. Because there were a couple times, yeah, sure, Vitality get that nice hard cross right into the middle, and that's when it was like, oh, that's a dangerous passing play. But Vitality, a lot of it was kind of the same, right? Push into the corner, there's challenges, but they were on it. They knew where it was going. That follow-up was right there, where Oxygen was like, hang on, we got to figure it out, and we're a little bit behind it.
Yeah, they were just putting a hand up. You can see it on the Mobile One high performance replay. All the saves, but then the attack. Sizen, he was brilliant this game. Sizen, even recognizing when he was leading the charge, turning immediately to punch that ball in to keep extending the lead for Team Vitality. What a series. Team Vitality getting an incredible win over Oxygen. And Oxygen now are gonna have to go back home and really rethink what they're gonna do. They brought in Rise just for this moment.
Yeah.
And Rise is a LAN player, and we did see Rise perform very well when they were able to bring back that one game, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, Rise, overall, I think Oxygen, they really did play quite good, but that's the unfortunate nature of Rocket League. You know, you can look really good day one, day two, but every day you have to come out here. You have to be able to execute. And just today, unfortunately, fell a little bit flat, and Vitality says, we're not done yet. They took the win.
It was Vitality's day, and to talk about it, we've got Subi on the main stage.
Team Vitality once again takes down Oxygen Esports, and you guys this season, you were 2-0 against them. You take them down on the stage. What's the secret to you guys continuing to defeat them?
I feel like we always been better than them. We have always a bigger pressure. We just had to play our playstyle, and we knew we were gonna beat them.
So you know that you're gonna beat them, and you have that confidence because of the history. Now, the history of your next matchup against Liquid, you're 0-3. So how are you gonna change that this time around?
I feel like his LAN is pretty different, and basically because we literally changed playstyle 1 week ago. We are playing way more offensive, and that's why we couldn't win before Team Liquid. We were playing too much defensive, and I feel like with our brand new playstyle, I think we can beat them, and we want to take revenge, of course.
Revenge is always a dish best served hot and fresh, especially on the LAN stage. But I know you're aware of what this uniform means. Team Vitality, one of the most storied franchises in all of Rocket League Esports. What would it mean to you to bring home a title to not only Team Vitality, but to France as a country?
That would be amazing. That's my dream, to be honest, and that would be even the best for the French and for the French community. That is insane. So for the fans and etc., we just want to win.
Now, we know that there's a lot of fans, especially for Team Vitality, especially for you, and you're an inspiration to a lot of young players out there. They kind of model their game after you. They look up to you. What's your message to all those kids that want to take this stage one day?
Can I say it in French?
Absolutely.
Okay. Merci à tous les fans, à tous ceux qui nous supportent, et n'oubliez pas, il faut toujours croire en ses rêves, toujours rester motivé, toujours rester déterminé. Si des joueurs pros l'ont fait, c'est que vous pouvez le faire. Juste restez motivé, n'écoutez personne qui vous dise que vous ne pouvez pas le faire. Et merci encore à tous les fans, à tous les amours, à tous les messages d'amour, et je vous aime.
Now, my French is a little rusty, but can you give me just a TLDR of what you said?
All right, so basically I said that everyone can make it, you just have to be determined and motivated, and that's a huge thanks for all the fans, especially the Vitality fan, for the support message, even when we lose, for the love, and I just said I love you to them.
Determination and motivation gonna make Team Vitality a tough team to beat up on this stage, but we're gonna wrap up that series and throw it back up to the desk.